Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I'm gonna invite Wendy to this live today, and I hope this works this time. And today we're gonna talk about unlimited energy. It's a name of her course, and how to tap unlimited energy from the physically, mentally, and spiritually. I'm so excited to talk again. So, yay!
Hello!
Oh, thank you for waiting. Maybe, I don't know why, but my phone is strange today.
Yep, it happens.
Maybe because I cannot see your face because of the caption.
Yeah, I have a whole bunch of stuff in my screen too.
You can see my face?
Yes.
I cannot see your face because caption is border and hide your face. Beautiful face.
That?
Only forehead and the chin. Oh my god.
Yeah, that it does that all the time, huh?
Oh no.
I can make glitters. Does that help? Or I don't know.
Yeah. Hey.
I don't know what this is. I never saw this stuff before. Like,
no.
Cool.
Maybe it works. Okay. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Nice to see you.
Nice
I'm
to
good
see you
now. It's
again.
go back to the normal me, huh? How are you today?
I'm great. Just talked with Chris.
Oh yeah.
And so until 6:30. So thank you for waiting.
No worries. It was great. I mean, like, I saw you guys and I saw, I see the live. So we have to transition a little bit. And I'm sure that people who want to see us now, they will join. I saw you that it was live with Chris and looked good. Yeah, it was valuable, right?
Yeah, that was so valuable. And I'm so surprising. You are so active. Going live here and there, and back again. And I always, and when I open the Instagram, your post is always, oh my God, Wendy, hi. So surprising.
I do my best. We have that file from Melissa saying what to do. So I'm just following the guidelines of the master here.
That's so commendable.
Yeah, so what are we talking about today? Are you asking me questions?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I couldn't have time to check your course. Maybe after the course, after the bundle, I'm so looking forward to take time and meditate and more. Into my.
Well, I would be very honored if you follow my course and receive your feedback on it. I would really appreciate. So thanks. Yeah.
Thank you. And my first question was, how could you be so active and energetic? You are radiant so much. Your eyes and whole being, and I'm just so curious about what's the key.
What's the key? The key is to decide to be happy.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Simple.
Decide that you are happy, even if something shitty just happened and it's dragging you down, or you don't know how to solve it, or you got hurt. Even then, you have to decide to be happy. Like, if you let any circumstance bring you down, you are draining yourself, you're drowning, you're losing energy. If you're thinking all the time about what can go wrong, that's
right.
not choosing to be happy. That's not deciding. And I mean, I've been through some bad stuff, but I always remember this, that, you know, life is worth living, and we are here to experience. And so we better try to make the best of it, and we do that by deciding that you want to be happy, even though you're not, sometimes you don't, you know, you're not. You have to keep trying and saying to yourself over and over and over and over. And then when you meet somebody like you, Sachiko, and you go on the video and you think, I'm going to have this video. Like, I was not feeling so good. Like, we had a little fight over here, and I was just thinking how to solve it. And I think, oh no, I'm going in my own trap, you know? And then okay, so what's good about my life, right? Oh, I got all these fruits. All right, the sun is shining. I can sit in the sun here, and I'm talking with a chaptik. Oh my God, she's from Japan, and that's so amazing. And she's such a sweet woman. And then, okay, I'm looking forward to this. And I'm just on my computer and waiting for you, and seeing a little bit on Instagram what other people posting, and being all grateful and happy that we are doing this bundle. And, you know, I see so beautiful posts and videos of everybody trying to share their knowledge, like they are putting out the knowledge, and then other people join to learn from them. And this, yeah, how can it not make you happy, you know? That's
Wow.
how it can do. And that is what's keeping me energized, really. Yeah.
So just that is so beautiful. That's so beautiful.
Yeah, just that is the thing.
Just mental. So deciding is key, right?
Yes, it's deciding. It's really the most important thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was making the course, or I was actually making a challenge for people to feel more energized in 5 days. And I thought, okay, I'll just give them quickly the 5 tips per day and some exercises to practice on the day. And we're going to do that challenge together live. And so I didn't do that decision thing first, and because it was so normal for me to you know, that you want to be healthy, you have decided that you wanted it, right?
Yeah.
And then I quickly realized while I was recording some videos with people, oh my God, everybody didn't decide. There's also so many people that are like with one foot into the next version, like they're with one foot into a healthy lifestyle, and the other foot is still in the old one. The other, like, there's this big part that wants to stay the old person, right?
Right.
So if you are like, if you want to be more healthy and more happy, but at the same time you want to stay who you are, you're not going anywhere, because half of you is going that way and the other half is going that way, and they try to pull, and all you do is create more pain and more misery and more physical pain in your body, because you know, you're like, your energy is pulling on both sides of you and it's ripping you apart.
That's so true.
And so I come to the conclusion that you have to make a decision that you really like. Either you're happy with where you are now and you enjoy that what you do now. Either you decide, I want to be healthy. It means I eat raw vegan for, I don't care, today, only today. I don't cook my food. That's how I do it. I'm happy with it. Finished. Don't think about it. Don't go back. Don't. And then you made the decision. Today I do that. It's fine. Only today. We will see tomorrow.
Wow.
Right? And then you can be happy because you can be in the moment. You can be with who you are. You feel good about what you do. And you take that bite of what you're eating and you think, yeah, I'm confirming this awesome decision. And when you've eaten it, you think, I'm successful. And you feel that you succeeded. And you give yourself a little reward of, yeah, I did it. And that's how you do it. And then you feel more energized. So that's the first most important step ever. Make the decision who you want to be.
That's a commitment, right? Not just wanting, commitment.
Yeah, it's in a way it's a commitment, but it's a commitment to yourself, to the now. It's not a commitment to me as a coach or a therapist or to your mom. It's a loving commitment to yourself. It's choosing to love yourself, to be good with what you choose now. It's not about what you chose yesterday or what you will choose tomorrow. It's not about the mistakes of the past or the failures that come tomorrow. It's about the now. Now I love myself. Where I am now is good. And if you want to go to better, you also have to decide that now is good. Now is good will bring even better tomorrow.
Yeah.
It sounds strange, but yeah. Are you following? Is anybody following this?
I'm very touched. Wow. That's so beautiful. So the most important key to be energized is decision. So it's mental thing.
It's mental, it's emotional.
Mm-hmm.
You have to feel it. Hey.
Hi, Kat.
Yeah, you have to feel it. The decision you make mental.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to feel that decision. You understand what I mean? So you have to agree what you do. You really have to embody what you do with your whole existence. So you cannot let thoughts from the future or the past in at that moment. You cannot let you cannot say, okay, I want to eat healthy and at the same time eat fries. Okay? If eating healthy means raw vegan and you're eating fries at the same time, you say, no, but I decided no. Apparently not, because then you would take that fries and throw them out.
Yeah.
Understand what I mean? Decision means that you embody it and that you live it in this moment. So even if you are in pain and sick like I was and you can't move, you hurt and your brain is all foggy and you're not functioning anymore, you don't know how you're going to survive, you have to be good. I decided now I'm healthy.
Wow.
Right?
I'm so happy to hear that, because I think, including me, for the most of people, it's not so easy. Or how did you become like that? Since from the beginning, or just practice, or just changing your mindset?
Well, definitely
Like a
not changing my
congruent.
mindset. I didn't even hear from the word. I didn't even hear the word mindset until the beginning of 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 5 years ago. I never heard of this word. I was like, what do you mean? Yes, so Wendy, it's all about mindset. When I explained that to people, I said, what is mindset? What do you mean, mindset? No, I don't set my mind. No. No, it's a feeling thing. It's a decision thing. It's a feeling thing. And so how did I come like that? I've always been a pretty determined person. When I was young, I got bullied a lot. I was really sensitive, but I was not able to communicate in the same way as other children.
Mm-hmm.
And this got me into trouble a lot, and I needed to have a lot of like me time to process things that wasn't really accepted about around the environment. And I used to get overwhelmed in class with all the impressions of all the other children because I was so sensitive to all the energies and all the mood swings everybody had.
Mm-hmm.
And I would even talk about things that would happen to somebody that I wasn't supposed to know because they didn't talk about it, but some way my sixth sense picked that up. And so I got in trouble, you know, like people didn't like, they found me a little bit strange because of that. But it made me also determined to make, you know, to take care of myself and make my own life and to create some perseverance that no matter what happens, you continue. And with perseverance and determination, those two qualities brought me further and further. And decision-making process became very natural to me.
Oh, wow.
And so yeah, I wasn't like that. And I don't know how exactly I became like that, but I think I sort of gave up when I was in 2006, when I was living in the Netherlands and I had a home and I had the job that I chose. I had my boyfriend that I chose. We had a house exactly like I imagined it. We had a nice car together. We could go skiing one time. We could go on summer holiday one time. And I was just like, my life is hell.
Oh.
And that's strange, huh? You have everything that you plan and then your life's hell. How is this possible? Because I didn't have any goal anymore in life. And I was feeling really stuck between, like, I got to do the job, but kids were listening to me in class finally. And I was like, you know, there was no challenge for me in that way. And I was really thinking about life. If I would die, if somebody would miss me, like, I was just feeling like I was a robot in a big system of rhythm where I'm supposed to, you know, like I'm just this little tiny thing that is going in that same path every single day, doing the same thing over and over again. And I thought, yeah, then what is the point of this life? Why am I even here? They could just replace me by anybody, right?
Right.
And so I was driving my scooter to school. I work in a teacher in a school. And every time I would just like think, if I just hit that lamppost over there and I end up in a hospital, like, would they even notice? You know, would anybody come to see if I'm all right? And I thought people really don't care. And I am so useless. Like, I don't get noticed, you know? And so I had to, they put me home, long story, and I had an epiphany a week later with a lot of wondering, what's the point of life? What's the point of life? What's the point of life? And I went pacing up and down in the living room, like, what's the point of life? Like, why am I even here? And at some point, I think my guides or God or universe was like, well, you asked for it, now you've got it. And then a gigantic light went on inside me. And I started to remember like how I was before. I was like, remember not only with my memory, but also more emotional. Yeah, the intuitive feelings that I had as a kid and how I closed myself off from that part of me when I was around 11. How I on purposely cut my intuition off to be like normal people.
Yeah.
And also I could just see the purpose of my life. I literally went down that tunnel of light, you know, that people speak about when they die. I wasn't dying, I was just standing in the middle of the living room. And so I got all the answers, like, was showing super fast in my brain with questions. Wow. And I got super fast answers and I could see them. It was really, I could see and feel it. And I was like, oh my God, this is so amazing. I'm getting like, okay, I want to see what's in an atom and what is the vibration and what's the, like, how do human bodies and soul works together? And I just asked these questions and I could see the answer. And then the most important thing is that I've always seen how human souls are connected, and I always like knew that. And so at that time I also could see the groups that I was connected with and how that interacts. And I quickly wanted to see, okay, what's Earth look like from above, and how's our universe look like? And I just get like pictures of it, like flashes, and it was really like amazing. And this all happened in 1 second, right? And then after, I remember that I could just like, I was with my eyes open, like, okay. And I just remember walking to sit on the couch, and I just sat there, and I was completely blissed out. I was like, oh, okay.
Wow. Wow. So like just 1 second meaning means like a imprint.
Yeah. Yeah. And so life, like, all of this information came emotionally, yeah, energetically, of course, but it came through my emotion, through my feeling, not through words,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
through visions and feeling, things you see and feel. And it happened so, but extremely fast. And it was like that cloud that I had created about the material life of the going to your work and this, all the material things. It was like that cloud just opened up, and the sunshine came through again and showed me, like, look, this is the purpose of your life, and remember, this was your purpose, and this is how it all plans out. And you know, this is why the things happen that happen. And yeah, I was feeling blissed out, and I think after that I became more determined, and I had to make the decision again to live in the now. And at that moment, from that moment on, I started to be way more conscious on my decisions. And I thought, wow, so all this stuff does have importance. And every single decision you make, the hundreds of decisions you make every day, all 100 of them are important for you as a soul, for you as your existence, for you to experience. And you have your free will. And I knew that, but I didn't feel it that deep until that moment. Willpower is the strongest thing that you have, and you can use your willpower to make the decision. And that is the uniqueness of being an individual human. Yeah, maybe I'm getting a little bit too complicated right now, but I hope that it's making sense to everybody listening.
Yeah, that's so inspiring, and such a special story. So I just want to take time to digest. And wow. I just got people ask you a question. How did Earth look like from above?
Well, it's not so different than what you think it looked like. It was just an image, an imprint. Now you can just see the energy bodies of the I don't have to say planets, but the object, you know, I don't know the name. So you could get an imprint of the energy of Earth and the moon and other energies of other planets. And yeah, I don't know the name in English. The other objects that are flying in the so-called nothingness, but the nothingness is really important in the 3D matter. And there's also energetic matter there, and it's all balanced out. And there's all layers on everything, like all the dimensions on a planet. This is all like layers that are not on top, but they are like in other dimensions, so they are through each other. It's really awesome. You can just see that. I could now visit that, you know. I can now go see, and I've been doing that. So that's since 2006. So that's a long time ago.
Wow.
What is it? 23? So not 20, but almost 18 years ago. Yeah. So I decided to take my experience of, like, I was doing spiritual weekends and stuff, and intuitive development with people to see how to see aura, how to lay tarot cards, how to use a pendle, how to see, you know, how to feel your own aura, how to give an energy healing. And I decided to become an energetic therapist, to get registered and to make it my profession.
Oh wow, that's so beautiful.
So I've been doing that after.
How long does it did you work on that energy therapy?
When it happened.
Oh, how long? Yeah, when it happened.
But that moment, that was only a second. That was just not even a second. It was really a flash.
Oh,
It went super fast.
so is that anything is there anything you try to occur that incident? Or just intention? Did you have that intention to be like a awaken?
So I was in that depressed state, and the school sent me home. She said, you are a burnout, go at home. And I thought, but the rhythm of going to my work and back is the only thing that is left. Like, if you put me at home, like, I have absolutely no purpose. Like, now I am sure I have no purpose. So they made the depression worse, and the shitty belief that I had that I don't have a purpose. And I needed that. And I was just pacing, like you walk from the front to the back in the house over and over and over and over, because I just didn't know what to do with myself. Sitting still didn't feel good. I already went out shopping. That didn't feel good. I tried sitting in the sun. So I was just going, I started with, I go to the toilet. No, I go to the kitchen. No, I go. And then when I started walking up and down like that, after a while, I thought, this quite feels good. So I kept walking up and down and going, what's the point? What's the point? How can I change? What's the point of my life? What's the point? And I don't know. I did that. So I think I went on purpose in some sort of meditative trance without me knowing it. And Haruka asks, you saw yourself being an energy worker. No, I remembered that my purpose is to be me. And by being me and going to different places, my energy automatically affects the energy of others. And as my energy, apparently, according to a whole bunch of other people, is always very big, very effective, you can feel my flow and go with it, and also be super enthusiastic, or you can be really annoyed by it. But whatever happens, it affects others, and apparently that helps raise people's vibration and help them become more aware and happy themselves. Even if I have a bad interaction or so-called negative, I don't even have to talk or anything. So I saw that was my purpose of being on the planet, is just to be who I am and visit different places, different people, so that the energy of my soul, so not my ego, the energy of my soul can touch the energy of others who are stuck or who want to level out with me.
Yeah.
And so I remembered that, I always knew that our bodies are part of nature, and I always believed that we have a soul, and I always believed that everything has a purpose. So that never left. But I saw the connection, how it works. Again, I really saw all the dots that are the souls and how they are all connected. And then in the connection, the line, you have to see just like a dot with a line. Like, I take that one again. Let's take this one again. You see those light thingies coming down? Looks like that.
Yeah.
So, and then all the humans are like that. But there's lines going from one glittery thing to the other one. And in those lines, energetically, is an exchange of knowledge, experience, information, purposes, but also contracts, what you want to learn from each other. And so those lines can be positive for somebody's life, or they can be negative. And what I remembered there is that in a line like that can be made in another life, or by inherited by your ancestors. You can inherit a contract that, for example, your great-great-grandma blessed everybody not to be psychic, because then you get in trouble and you end up being burned on the on a fire, you know. And so they bless you that you can never be having a sixth sense, for example. And that's not really a blessing, it's quite a curse. But they did it with the best intention to help all the future babies of them, but it's now quite annoying you, so you better cut the contract. And you can actually do that. And so I know how to do that. It's super simple to do that. Once you've learned that the intention of that person and how that contract affected your life, you're able to let that contract go. Then you can sort of like cut that line between one glittery ball and the other glittery ball. And you can, instead of making it a connection of, you know, control and limitation, a new connection of love and growth. And you can thank this great grandma for protecting you, and you can accept that you can protect yourself. And then you gain a new quality. I can protect myself. And maybe you gain a new quality that you're now able to develop psychic abilities because you're free to do so. And you don't feel fear around the topic anymore. And so I knew how to do that already at that time. I was doing that with people through regressions. And I just confirmed that I was doing the right thing, you know, like I'm on the right path, and I don't have to actively go out and do it with people. Because even if sometimes you meet them, like now we talk to the screen and there's some people joining and leaving and they get a hint here and there. It's helpful for them. Like our talk is helpful for them.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of the glitters.
That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. Wow, you're such a light. Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you. I do my best. It's what happened. It's neutral, right? I don't see you very well. I don't know what happened. My screen is so dark.
Dark?
Yeah, my screen went out. Like my screen is
You
out.
need
Like
to charge your phone. You need to charge your phone.
my phone? No, it's okay.
Oh yeah,
It's just,
she's a vegan.
yeah, I am rough
She's
vegan, 7.5 years.
7.5 years.
Yeah, and I made that course for everybody else to change
Yeah.
their lifestyle
Yes.
and go vegan.
So
Deepak
right
is
now,
asking, when is the next fruit fest happening? This one?
this one, July, I checked that. July 15, 17.
17 to 21. July.
So what made you to become raw vegan? Wendy?
Yeah, so I had 18 so-called chronic illnesses that were bothering my life. I could not.
So in the bundle, the raw vegan bundle only available more 3 days, and you can get my link in bio, or Wendy's link in bio. Okay, but 3 more days, and in that bundle, there's a unlimited energy Wendy's course. That's so big. 7 day steps.
No, well, you can take 7 days, but you can take 7 weeks. I would say get started, really do it within 7 days. Like really decide, okay, 1 step today, the next step tomorrow. You can read the workbooks, and maybe it's take you 10 minutes to 40 minutes to fill out all the questions, to get to know yourself better, and to move yourself towards that healthy lifestyle. At least watch all the introduction videos. I try to keep them at around like 40-50 minutes per step. So if you want to do all the videos for one day, you'll really need 1 hour, but you can, you don't have to do that. For the first 7 days, I would suggest listen to the talk with the workbook in front of your nose, answer the questions, 7 days, and then after um, after the 7 days, you start again, and you take 1 week per step to really integrate it.
Mm-hmm. I think it's so valuable to take time once after you learn the like overall of overall of the course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's valuable to take time.
Somebody asking
Right.
about the festival
Yeah,
some more.
yeah. So what I try to say is, so in that course and in that book, she shared her story to becoming raw vegan. So
Yes,
yeah,
I
yeah.
share you. Yeah,
Interested.
yeah.
If you guys interested in her talk today, it's unlimited energy course in the bundle, and only $50 and $1,800 value. It's so incredible, this year's bundle. So check the bundle.
Check the bundle. You get you get also the I Put Love in My Body book too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, because you made such a beautiful book.
Thank you.
So guys, you get Sachiko's book too, not just my course. And yeah, I'm happy to answer some more questions. It's okay. I just answered a question about the fruit festival.
Yeah, and I think UK Food Festival is just 1 day. 1 day is just double, but
It's
yeah,
after. So,
start from
so we end up like we just on Friday morning. It's really the end of the festival. So we really have to like we sleep. Everybody sleep there. Then we clean up. The breakfast will be outside in the on the terrace, and then we're out of there. For the people that want to hang around, we're going to the forest. We're going to have a nice walk in the maze. But for people wanting to go to UK, you have more than enough time to go to Ronnie. Even take the Eindhoven airport is just next to our venue, is super close. Mm-hmm. We absolutely have people going there anyway. And I've done it a lot over the last years to go from one venue to the other one. It's super easy to do in 1 day. So you can just wake up, pack your stuff, go to the airport, or if you want, take the train or the car. And in the afternoon, you're in the UK Food Fest. It's really, it's super relaxed. You could just fly, go.
How long does it take?
The festival or the travel?
Oh, festival to festival.
So yeah, assuming you have to wait 2 hours at the airport, which is the longest time actually you have to do the waiting. The flying to, for example, London is only 20 minutes.
Oh wow!
It's super close. Like it's just on the other side of the water. It's the flight itself is super short. Wow. But you need to, you have to be in the airport on time. And then you have to, of course, take a train or a bus or something to come to the venue in the UK. And they moved venues, so maybe it's better to fly to another place like Manchester or Birmingham now. But even that, I did it. I did flying and train. I did completely train. I did bus. I did the car in the tunnel, and I did car on the boat. And whatever I did, it took me the same amount of time to get there. And it won't be late. So if you go, like, say at 11 in the morning, you take the plane of maybe 11:15 or something, you'll easily be in the end of the afternoon. You'll be in the UK Food Fest. So yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
And it's so much fun to go with the same people. You know that?
Yeah.
And Harukas was asking way more questions. Oh, she's asking about grounding to eat fish and chicken. That's not helping you ground. No. That will just help you make more sick.
Yeah.
So to ground, you have to love your body. It's really important.
Yeah.
Love your body to ground, okay? And so how can you love your body, then you have to think for yourself what you can do to feel more loved. The sun is now getting lekker bright over here. And if you want to use food to ground, you can, but definitely not fish or chicken. Definitely not. The Ayurvedic medicine, the Chinese traditional medicine, they are awesome, but please, the food advice is just too westernized. The conditioning has found its way into the practices. 10,000 years ago, when they started that, it was not inside, okay? So the books that are about that food, eating fish, chicken, rice, they are made recently, okay? They are the conditioning of the people that write them is inside it, so it got polluted. It's not the original medicine anymore. So really, literally, everything more heavy would make you feel grounded, and everything cooked or meat or stuff would numb your emotions. But if you're on a path of enlightenment and shredding the old you and getting more happy light inside of you, chicken and fish are not going to help you ground. One time I was having too much energy, and I was having a stomach inflammation, and this was in COVID as well. And I even made a soup with tomato and paprika and some onion, and I warm it and I cook it and then I eat it. I'm thinking, may I'll do anything to ground by now because I wasn't sleeping. And it didn't help. So it didn't help. But yeah, it will numb some emotions, but I really do not recommend that. If you need to ground, make green juice. All right? It will still detox you, but you will get more minerals and electrolytes inside. And especially if you make also juice of, for example, carrots, roots. Think grounding as roots. Okay? So think about carrots, beetroot. You understand? Pastinaak, parsnip, all of those things.
Yeah.
They go.
Yeah. I agree with.
They ground you.
I agree.
Well, I got all these questions. Shall I answer them for you?
Yeah. And I also it's helpful for me to pick my greens directly from the ground, and I grow them by the way. So that helped me to feel more connected to nature and the earth, and that means grounded. Not just eating fruits.
Yeah.
That is, most of the fruits is important here. Yeah. So yeah, important than local, and local fruits is good, but we need more like I'm not psychic, but energy. I feel very I need energy if I my diet consists of only imported banana, pineapple, orange, and apple. Wow, yeah. That's so essential. It's so important for me. Greens. So yeah. I wrote my first ebook on one smoothie bowl a day, as like how I live in Japan. Not so many variety of foods as raw vegan. No.
I think that it could be helpful as well if you already have the bundle. Did you already get the bundle, Haruka? If you are in my course in step 4 and 5, we go deeper into grounding and how to do that, and I will show you a 5-minute practice that you can do every single day to get more grounded.
Good.
And anything that has to do with nature helps you ground. Yes, everything that de-stresses you helps you ground. So just go do some farming, go pick something like
barefoot walking, or
go play in the sandbox with some kids, make a sandcastle, go swimming in the sea, walking on the sea barefoot. It's just And then you just do that until your brain stops thinking about all the problems, and then really it helps you to ground.
Yeah.
And it's also about getting familiar with the feeling of being grounded, and keep doing those things. Keep repeating the activities that make you feel grounded. So the more often you repeat the activities, the more it becomes normal for your body and your whole system to ground. So we never learn that. We learn our children in our cultures to be in our brain. And I don't know if you're in Japan too, but I think in Japan it's even worse. You can answer that, Sachiko. I don't know, but I see a lot of, like, Japanese are very well known for their intellect. And if you're well known for your intellect, then you're not so in touch with the grounding part of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And in where I'm from, in the Western, here in Europe, we do that. Like, the whole culture is set up for children to be not in touch with their nature, to be not in touch with their emotions, and to quickly please the parents and the adults.
Mm-hmm.
Keep, sit still, do your homework, write, be in your brain. Well, it's very necessary for a baby human to grow up into an adult human, to play in the sand, to eat the sand, to make a mess, to make mud, to feel all the different textures of plants and feathers and clay, and to feel all the textures, and to notice the textures, how they are tasting and touching and smelling. And we have to go through that dirty phase as a child, to not to learn to be a adult with the etiquette, but to integrate that in our senses. And I recently did reflex integration with somebody, because if you missed out on those activities, you might still need to fulfill them as an adult, and then you get behaviors that are dysfunctional. They're behaviors that are not helping you anymore. So luckily I was good, but I mean, like, practices like that could really help you out. So to learn to ground is to go through that phase that you have supposedly go through as a child, and maybe you still need to do it. And
I agree with that.
And second, to train your body to be more grounded throughout the day. So yeah, just practice, just do it. Like, I'm at the beach here, take your shoes off, walk in the sand up and down, do it a couple of days, get used to the feeling of how grounding feels for you, and get used to feeling how you do it. And then when the more you do it, the more it becomes an automatism, and then all of a sudden you don't have to worry about it anymore. But yeah, it's not your fault. I said, the kids, will teach them. Yeah. Did I answer the question enough? There's so many more questions.
Yeah. So many more questions. So next question, you are growing. Yes, you are growing, Wendy. I 100%, 1000% agree with. How long does it take for the microbiome to adjust to the fruit tsunami? Fruit tsunami? What's fruit tsunami in our body?
I think it's an overwhelm of a lot of fruit in your body when you eat a lot of fruit of a sudden. All right. So
I know.
how
Just
long does it
small. Start from the amount you are comfortable and you enjoy.
Yeah, and for your microbiome to get used to it, I'm gonna bring the bad news first. I promise the good news comes too. It depends on the person. Second, the acidity of your body, the acidity, the pH of your whole lymphatic system, the state of your body, the memories that you have, the miasmas, the karma, those contracts that I just spoke about between people, they all affect you. And they also affect how you react to eating differently. So eating a whole bunch of fruit does multiple things. It starts to improve the alkalinity or the pH or the acidity of your intestines. And here comes I think, the first answer to your question. If you are not used to the amount of fiber and fruit, and you're running to the toilet 10 times a day, it might take a little bit longer for you before to adjust to the fruit. Some people can eat a whole bunch of junk processed crap, and then they eat fruit and they are fine. They can go to the toilet twice and they feel okay. I was feeling okay, but my microbiome was a mess and my villi were a mess. I could see in my, my eyes and the iris and the iridology that how much sulfur is stuck there and how much toxins are created around the intestines. The lymphatic system around my intestines was standing still, and I could see that, and it takes a while for that to clean up. Overall, to adjust to a new food takes about 2 to 3 weeks, but to completely change your microbiome, Melissa did some tests on that. She's been, I think, 10 years, I don't know, she's 7.5, when she was 7.5 years on raw food, she did her first test on microbiome. And even with her extremely good, healthy, raw vegan variety diet, she managed to get it from like 70 points to 92 points right now, 100 being the max, and average being 60. And if you're super ill, your microbiome might be around 35. So if you're at 35, it might take you way longer to get to 70 than when you're already at 69 and you have to get to 70.
So 69 or 70, so that's what number?
So that's a number, that's the number of the test that Melissa did on the laboratory test on her microbiome.
Number four, what? Number
so
four.
How many bacteria, how many variety. But I've had people, like I've had clients in 2 weeks adjusting to fruit. I've had people with irritable bowel syndrome, 3 months adjusting to fruit. And some people, when you have really, really terrible intestine issues, it takes you a year. It's normal.
Yes.
So it's really hard to say per person. But if you want to get adjusted to a new food, just one fruit or one vegetable, start with little bits every day and then build it up. And don't leave a gap of 6 months not eating that. Keep the fiber in, unless you're really dying, then you can do a juice fast. But keep the fiber in. It will massage the villi in your small intestine. And those fibers are the sort of the bed for the microbiome, so for the microorganisms. Yeah. Also take some parasite herbs, anti-parasite herbs, because if you've been eating fish, if you were like me, eating a whole bunch of sushi with raw fish, you might have some critters living inside of you that are not helpful anymore, and it could be good. Just a herbal tea or tincture, doesn't have to be heavy. It can be really good to just kill them off a little bit and poop them out, okay? And you don't see all of them. 70% of bad parasites in your microbiome you do not see with your naked eye. So 70% you do not see, so you don't know. You cannot see it in your poop.
Okay. So, and another question is, what do you feel about the OMAD, 1 meal a day, while high-low? So,
one meal a day
while high-low.
That's good. I did that. It depends where you're at in your journey. Can be really good, can be really bad. I never advise somebody to do it without me really knowing them and knowing what they did before and where they want to go and what kind of personality they have. Really. I wouldn't like, I would first get to know you and see your personality. What have you been eating before? What's your plan? How do you want to heal? You know?
Yeah.
I did it for a while. Now I try. Now I cannot do it. Simply, I'm just hungry.
Yeah. Me too.
And I just love these mangoes that are there. So I have like 3 meals a day and some fruits in between. Also not ideal, but for a really long time I did 2 meals a day, and I think for me that's really good.
Yeah.
Some water with lemon, some juice, and 2 meals.
That's good. That's good.
But depends, right? Yeah.
Okay. So, by the way, do you have any question to me? And then,
I can ask you a lot of questions.
oh, well, okay. Me too.
Do you want me to ask you some questions?
Not now.
Oh.
From now on, I wanna connect with you, getting in touch with you.
Deepaku, what is
So
Shinrin Yoku?
I'm not sure, but sorry, I like to go to bathroom and oh, yes. So here, maybe this is the no. Oh, yeah, more question here. Here, I'm not sure. So many questions. Do you have time to answer? Actually, I don't have so many time right now, but
I'm good. I think we did really good. I want to thank everybody that comes to our video. I can sit here for an hour more, but
okay.
I can also let you go and go to the toilet.
Okay.
And
Okay.
we can. I mean, it's good. We can round off the video unless you, if you feel it's good, it's good.
Yeah. Do you wanna ask me a question or like for now?
No, if you need to go to the toilet, I would say go to the toilet and come back. Like we have to do it. Nature calls, right, guys? Oh, thank you so much for all these questions and for joining our video. And I will answer that. It's not really a question, right? That B12, but maybe not everybody understands that. But yeah, that B12, that's actually bacteria poops and bacteria that live in the sand, in the soil, not just sand, but in the soil. And so it's good to have some unsprayed wild herbs and vegetables and things from the forest. And that's just natural, you know? Yes, there are dangers inside there, but it's also B12. It didn't become a thing until recently. And so, yeah, we need that intrinsic factor. That intrinsic factor is also a little chemical substance, just as B12 is, and it's made in the lining of the stomach. And you need that little. It's actually, I think it's an enzyme. You need that intrinsic factor to make active B12 from the B12 that you eat. Let's just call it B12. And it's an element called cobalamin. You can look it up in the periodic table of elements. So that is, and it's something that we need just as all the other vitamins and minerals and elements. We call them minerals when they are useful for the body, but they're actually just really elements. And you can find them in the chemistry periodic table of elements. So yeah, so I was just going into that B12 question.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also interesting that people that lack B12, and I have had that. It's funny, they usually have like a fear of dying in water or a fear of some, like dying from an airplane or something like that. And it usually comes from a karma perspective, and that's interesting. I did some regressions on people, and once you remove that past issue that they have, then the physical problem disappears as well. So as an energetic therapist, I do healings with people. And when we do the healings on the emotional side, the spiritual side, the traumas, get rid of some traumas, all of a sudden that emotional blockage was, that energetic blockage goes away, and the lymphatic system starts to go moving in that area, and your body heals.
Wow. So that is you use the like a psychic power to heal. So what
You
is
can call it like that.
Mm-hmm.
You can call it psychic power. I call it human nature. I have not met a person who was unable to do it after my teachings. So yeah, it's a 5-minute practice, and some people are like, I can't do it. And then with them, I do another 10-minute and maybe a 1-hour practice, but they are going to all do it at the end. And still, if it's a 1.5-hour practice, it's short, right?
So
what is a
we can do,
lifetime without learning to heal yourself?
so we can do for ourselves that kind of healing. We can learn that
That's
power.
what I do.
Power.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite workshop. That's why I want to go to all the fruit festivals to give this workshop. I've been doing that thing since 2005.
Oh wow!
It was not by, I didn't do it on purpose. I was just doing. At the time, I did Reiki because I was already doing like energy healings, but I needed to find a teacher to say, okay, I'm doing all of this and I'm having all these feelings and I see that and this is happening and what am I doing? So I found this person that was like a Reiki teacher, master teacher, and he just gave me a whole bunch of books and give names to the things that I was doing, and I was like, oh, that's cool. So I've been doing it right all along. And then yeah, after I went to do Theta healing and Merkaba healing, and now but I'm still doing the same thing as that I was doing as a teenager. I am not doing it. I am just the channel, and I let my body be the channel of the energy, and I let my mouth speak the words that the person needs to hear to find their blockage, and in the workshop, find your inner healing power. In this workshop, I will teach you how to do it yourself. And this is what I've been teaching in not only in weekends and retreats, but also in fruit festivals. And that's why I have my fruit festival as well. I thought, again, more people to give my workshop to teach how to heal.
That's so beautiful. Teach healing for the. Okay. teach
It's okay.
healing themselves.
Yeah. How to like, yeah, we are all energy beings, Deepaku. We are. And so you just have to use this body, this vessel. Like, it's like they forgot to give you the manual how to do the energy channeling and how to find your blockages. And they forgot even to mention that it is important to locate blockages and release it and let it go. And that is so important, because since we are energy beings working with this physical body, we need energy to flow. Stagnant energy makes pain, right?
Right.
So this is why I was depressed. I was stagnating energy all over the place, thinking that I was this materialistic experience and I'm stuck in a materialistic place, even though I was doing funny things in the weekend, even though I was doing photo readings. Doing a photo reading or talking with spirit of a deceased person does not mean you're good at cleaning up your own traumas. Does not mean your energy is flowing better than a person that is good at making websites. But this person that is able to see energies and talk with relatives and do photo readings it has it easier to learn how to find blockages in themselves and others, because they can simply see it way faster than anybody else. But everybody can do it. We all have a human body. It has a certain blueprint. All human bodies have this capacity at birth, the same as walking. Of course, there's some people who are born without legs, I understand, but they find a way to move forward in life. You understand? They will find a way to go from A to B. They're not always in the bed the whole life.
Yeah.
So it's in our blueprint that we can heal traumas and find them and heal them and see energy. Everybody can do it.
That's so beautiful. Oh, thank you so much, Wendy.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you so much. Just a bit of your whole knowledge and information you can share. Just a bit, but I hope we can talk each other again in some time.
We will. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm always welcome to well, thank you for giving me now all this time to talk and this space and this interesting topic and share a little bit about my life. And thank you.
Thank you so
And I'm
much.
always happy to have you as well and to learn more from you.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, by the way, Dutch Food Festival in 2024? Next
Of
year?
course.
Okay.
Next year. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course. There'll be another one.
Okay.
Let me know if you want to sign up for next year, because we will have special cheapest prices if you sign up already before. It's like the special supportive, it's like the special support price, so that, you know, if we already have 5 or 10 people, I know that we can make it work next year. So that's like good.
No, I
I
actually want this year. I really want to go this year.
Yeah, but we're gonna meet. Remember, you're coming to Spain to Harriet.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll come to Harriet, but I will. I mean, I live here. She's practically my neighbor. So we will find a way. I have an apartment here. We'll find a way. But I mean, the chance that I'm not here is very small.
Okay, I wanna talk to you about that later.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this connection.
Welcome.
You're such a love and light.
Oh,
I will keep inspiring by you. Thank you. I love you.
Love you too.
Thank you.
Thank you to everybody. And go check out the Raw Vegan Bundle. Join my energy challenge. Join my course and get the books.
Yes.
Get all the books. Get all the books.
All the books. Only 3 more days. So enjoy free lives.
Yeah.
More free lives.
Go to link in bio. Link in bio. Okay. Have a great day, madam.
Thank you. Have a great day, everyone. Love you.